Bonjour and welcome to episode 7 of Regen Rovers, where today we're taking on East Thurrock and Hungerford in the Vanarama National League South. So, since the last episode, once again we've had a pretty decent run. Now, I'm going to admit to something here. I know you guys have all been saying, try 4-4-2, at this level you need to just keep it nice and simple for the players that you have. And I'm going to have to eat my hat, because I have been saying, it's not going to work, I don't want to degrade myself to playing 4-4-2, but I tried it. I thought after that Eastbourne game, I thought, I've got nothing to lose. Let's try a 4-4-2. Red Panda's working fine. We're unbeaten for a while, but we need to try and win some games. And with 4-4-2, we beat Margate. Only just in the end. A couple of late goals. We took the lead through Jack Young. Over the top. Defensive mistake, and then Young found the back of the net against Margate. A nice little seaside town. My recommendation of the day to go and visit. Been there a couple times whilst I've been on holiday in Kent. They then equalised, but Danny Cook, of all people, got his first and second goals for the club. He's a right winger who I've decided to play up front alongside Young, and it worked a treat. Young with the assist, Cook at the back post. And then, just to confirm victory, we got a third goal on the break. Young with another assist, long ball over the top. Well, it wasn't quite an assist because the keeper did hit it into Cook, but despite the fact we won this game, on paper we were the worst team. And the same can be said for the next match against St Albans. We managed to win 1-0. They missed a penalty as well, but Joe Gordon with the winning goal for us. They had 32 shots to our 9, so it doesn't make sense. We're not playing that amazingly well, but we've managed to get 2 wins in a row with 4-4-2. Gordon, brilliant finish actually to win us this game. 2 crucial victories. So like I said, I'm eating my hat. Not quite literally, I would if I had one available and it was in cake format, then I would eat it. However, against Ebbsfleet, we lost 5-3, a mental game against the favourites to win the title before the season started. They are mid-table now, they're going to be safe, they're not going to get relegated. Young, Mills and Doddington with our goals, but Anthony Cook destroyed us. Someone asked me to show you some other players from other teams just to compare against mine. So he doesn't look that amazing, but he is obviously better than my players. He's a 5-star player. If he was in my team, he would be our best right midfielder if he was in the team. Best right winger as well. He's just, dribbling very good. Crossing's okay. There's just certain things about him that suit his position very well. And if we just have a look at, for example, the top goal scorer this season, Dave Tarpey for Maidenhead. 11 finishing, which is the same as Young for me, but he's got other very good attributes. Corners, free kick taking, penalty taking, very good as well. Off the ball is very good. Composure as well. So we're coming up against players that are just much better than us. The second top goal scorer doesn't look a huge amount better than some of our players, to be fair. So we're not miles and miles behind. There's just a little bit more quality in certain positions, certain team. They're all they would all be 5-star players in my team if I had them available. But Simmons, I wouldn't say is hugely behind this guy, Zach Fagan, for example, who has the second highest average rating this season. So there's encouraging signs that our players will hopefully improve to be in Vanarama South quality in the next season or so, and then maybe we can push for promotion. If we survive this season, that is the key, but it's looking good. We're on a run. We've managed to get a 0-0 draw against Maidenhead. I'm still swapping between, against Ebbsfleet, I swapped between 4-4-2 and the Red Panda. We actually scored our goals when on the Red Panda tactic in that game, and we just struggled with 4-4-2 against Ebbsfleet. And then against Weston-super-Mare at home, I actually did use the Red Panda again, and Danny Cook scored another goal, and Dion Mills helped us to a 2-0 victory against top of the table Weston-super-Mare. And remember, this was using the Red Panda tactic, so it worked really well in this game. Both of them 4-4-2, Red Panda. I will alternate between them. I think at home the Red Panda seems to work well. Away from home, perhaps the more defensive 4-4-2. I'll show you the tactic in a second actually, as I haven't yet. This was the second goal. Dion Mills powering it past the keeper, and then a good 1-1 draw against Bishop Stortford away from home. I did actually use the Red Panda in this one as well, though. Maybe I should have gone with the 4-4-2 and we maybe could have got a better result. DJ equalised for us. Hasn't really done much for this season. I don't think DJ is that good, to be honest. I don't know why he's rated so highly by my assistant, because his technicals just are not good enough. Looking at him. Mentally, there's a few decent things, and physically. So, if I can improve him technically, maybe he'll become a better player. Who knows? So I'm going to go with 4-4-2 today, just to keep you guys happy. And I'm going to play DJ behind Young. Doddington on the left. Mills, Gordon, Cook in the middle. Yayadom, Olukunle. Put your left leg in. Your left leg out. Yep, Simmons and Carter at left back. Who shall I put on the bench? Yeah, it looks about right. We've got Sheriff in there for defensive stability if need be. So we are 6 points off Welling, who have now dropped into that 19th place. But it's very close. There's a few teams we might be able to catch up with, which would be good. If we're not just trying to catch up with one team, if we're trying to catch up with a few more, then it gives us more chance of staying up. Chelmsford, Maidenhead, Whitehawk, Margate, Welling are our closest rivals, but we're still 6 points off despite all those points we've managed to gain in the last few games. So it is imperative to keep going and winning games and getting draws. If we do so, then I do believe we can get out of this mess. They're playing a 4-4-1-1. We're playing a classic 4-4-2. It is a defensive tactic. This is the instructions. As you can see there, we are pumping it up the pitch, but it seems to be working well. I've got a question for you today for the comment section. I haven't really asked a question in this episode. I'd like to know, which non-league team do you live closest to? I suppose if you're from England, you're going to be able to answer this. From other countries, I'm not sure. Maybe just let me know the closest team to your home. But if you're from England or Scotland or wherever, just let me know what the closest non-league team is to you. I'm just interested to know, because my closest one is Eastleigh, who play in the conference, national, the Premier Conference, whatever it's called nowadays. Oh, they've scored. Great. That's not a good start to this game. Brendan Pooney with the goal. Well, I can confirm that 4-4-2 isn't working today. Nothing's happened apart from their goal. So I'm going to swap to the Red Panda. It's all about adapting, isn't it? And trying to try different things. I'm going to bring off DJ and we're going to put on Sheriff. Gordon will go there. Mills will go there. Simple. Okay, let's try. We're going to go attacking. And we need to get back into this game, guys. Come on. Using every ounce of tactical ability in me to try and get points. That's how I've been managing it recently. And it won't go in. It won't go in. Come on, Doddington. Create something, please. Here's Carter. And that's the end of that highlight. We need to be beating East Thurrock. They're in the bottom half of the table. But it's looking less likely now. Here's Cook, who's been fantastic lately. Gordon into Mills. Been trying out different players in different positions to try and find the best combination. Just despite the fact certain players might have better crossing or dribbling attributes, other players do tend to work well. As Gordon finds the back of the net. Gordon has been an unsung hero this year. 3 goals. He's been pretty decent for me. And it's 1-1. Yes, we're back in it. 4-4-2 didn't work today. I'm not rubbing that in your faces, guys, I promise. It has worked. I know, I won 2 games in a row when I first tried it. However, sometimes the Red Panda is required. It looks like it's heading for a draw. I'm going to bring Jack Young off for Dr. Jones. Jones calling Dr. Jones. Dr. Jones, you're going to score a goal. Markland can come on for Alfie Doddington. Markland had a very good period for me. But he's died down a bit recently with Doddington coming back into the team and performing pretty well. It looks like it's going to be 1-1, but that's okay. Climbing 1 point closer to Welling and the few teams above them. Margate have completely destroyed Whitehawk, which is good for us. Although Margate are down there as well, so 2 of those teams coming up against each other. We've done well to get a draw. I'm pleased with that overall. And unfortunately, Chelmsford and Margate have won. But that Margate win does push Whitehawk down closer to us. We're 5 points off safety, 6 points off Whitehawk and Maidenhead. This is going to be close. We've still got time to save our season. 11 matches to go. As you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Just to double check. We've only lost 1 league game this. We've only lost one game this year in total, in fact. It's since the turn of 2017. And we've only lost one league game since mid-November. But we're still in that relegation zone because of that awful run of games that we had back then. This is going to be tough, but we can do it. I have every confidence that we can do it. And we're going to take on Hungerford today, which is going to make me very hungry. The social feed still makes me laugh. You just got every extreme of players. Imagine thinking there are better players out there than Gordon. Yes, I can't think of any players better than Gordon. I've seen Gordon have better games. That's how silly all of this is. What? Why? The funniest one is when I put on Twitter. If you go back probably a week or so, you'll see me tweeting. It was just hilarious. In fact, I'll try and find it. This is when I was refusing to change my tactic. Look at 3 certainties in life: death, taxes, and hold on Warren using a 411140 DM wide asymmetric MCR. The accuracy of that that is hilarious. Who would tweet that? That is just brilliant. That is one of the highlights of Football Manager 2017 for me so far. You may be wondering if I managed to sign any players in the January transfer window. This guy came in on a free. Is the only player I signed. Tony Bird possibly could become something. He's on a non-contract where he only gets paid if he plays, which is what a lot of my players are on. I tried to sign a few different players. I tried to sign some players on loan. League 2 teams there's some decent regens in there, but they didn't want to come, and the clubs didn't want to let me have them on loan either. So a little bit annoying because those players were slightly better than what I had and maybe could have guaranteed me survival. Regen Day's soon though, isn't it? It'll be in March, so we will have our first youth intakes very soon. Very excited for that. Oh, I might be losing my assistant manager, which would be okay because I want to sign a new assistant manager, a Regen assistant manager, remember. Big day then, at home to Hungerford. Come on, you younglings. Surely Truro and Eastbourne are down, especially Eastbourne. They're miles off. But we are still a little way off. We're 5 points behind Welling. We have to win games, and we're coming up against a 4-4-2. Can the Red Panda outclass this 4-4-2? Let's find out. Certainly hope so. Start match, and here I am with my green coat on. Yeah, I should get a massive green coat. Maybe not. That's probably quite expensive for something I will only ever wear for this series. Is there even such thing as a green coat? Like, I could get one of those white science coats and dye it bright green. Boring game so far, but that's okay. Really boring. It's 0-0. We've outclassed the 4-4-2 of Hungerford. We're stopping them. We're going to hit early crosses into the box because what I'm going to do is we're going to push Young up and play him. Apparently he can play as a target man now, which is useful. Cook and Doddington can whip the crosses in. Danny Cook's tired actually. I'm going to take him off for DJ. Why has the morale suddenly died? We're playing well at the moment. Really odd. Morale is massive on FM17. I've just realised I haven't won a game in an episode yet, have I? Live com. That's embarrassing. It's episode 7. And you haven't seen me win a game. This is the long-term struggle of this series. Eventually we will win a game. I feel like Jack Rodwell. Danny Cook's going to come off for DJ. Doddington's going to come off for Markland. And we'll stick with that. It's been a boring old game, but that suits us nicely. If we can nick a goal from a corner or something, that would be handy. Doesn't look like it though. What do I do? Do I risk it? I think they are going to attack because they know that we're a weak team. They really should be beaten. So if I go counter, and we will pump the ball into the box, go route 1. That's my theory anyway. Whether it will work or not, we'll find out. Dr. Jones, calling Dr. Dr. Jones is coming on for Gordon, still 5 points off Welling, and literally no highlights in that game. That is bizarre. Well, there you go. You sometimes get them, don't you? But apologies, that was the most boring live com game ever. I'm going to say, do I say well done lads? Yeah, That might boost their morale a little bit. I think a team meeting could work here because we've been improving. We've obviously drawn so many games. We've drawn the last 3. But the fact that we've been improving is helpful. We are 5 points off Maidenhead and Welling, who are both on 35 points. Maidenhead do have a game in hand. Whitehawk were 6 points behind still. They're always 6 points ahead of us. East Thurrock, 8 points ahead. I don't think we're going to be able to catch them. So it really is between us, Maidenhead, Welling and Whitehawk now. Chelmsford have pulled away, which I'm pleased about, to be fair. Although I'd rather them get relegated than us. Truro and Eastbourne are out of it. That's brilliant news. They're just completely out of it now. The next few games, we've got Welling. Oh, that is massive. I should have shown that game, really. Anyway, we've got Welling, Hampton and Richmond. Truro. We have to be beating Truro. Oxford City, Concord. I think we should have an end of season special where we play like the last 4 games or something. Hemel Hempstead, Bath, Whitehawk and Dartford. You up for that? If so, please hit the like button and we'll have 4 matches in the last episode because I think we'll still be in with a shout of surviving. I think it'll be very tight. We need to pick up some wins. We've had 3 draws in a row. There's still room for improvement, but we are improving. That is the main thing. Anyway, thank you for watching today's episode. Let's just have a look at some statistics for players. Jack Young, top goal scorer, 10 goals. Next top goal scorers, Mills and DJ with 4 each. Assists-wise, Jack Young and Joe Gordon... Jack Young has 6. Joe Gordon and Doddington both have 4. Average rating-wise, Ben Jarvis is actually top, 6.93. Maybe I should play him again, along with Markland, 6.93. Both of them had a really good spell in the first team, then sort of died a death because their average rating was really high. You can see Ben Jarvis's last 5 games, 6.52. Maybe I should give Markland another go. He's got a 7.02 from the last 5 games. Whittingham's also up there. Been pretty decent when he's had to replace Sheriff. Gordon and Danny Cook also doing pretty well. So wish me luck. This is make or break time now. We've got 10 games to go. Let's do this.